of Let's Talk Money with Friends. Every Wednesday, we come to your home, your office, wherever you're at, to share some really excellent concepts about money, finance, life, and business, of course. And I always have great friends with me, So I'm always elated when I have these awesome ladies with me. I have two great friends tonight, Pepperty and Dawn. You guys have seen them before, you're familiar with them, and I'll give them an opportunity to introduce themselves for those of you who haven't seen them before. But before I go any further, I just want to say tonight's topic is an excellent topic. We've been talking about it all day, it seems like. And it's the concept of having multiple streams of income. Having multiple streams of income, in other words, is not putting all your eggs in one basket. Why is that important? Because the last couple of weeks, we took the time to talk about confidence. A great recipe for confidence is knowing that you can financially take care of yourself and that you're not depending on anybody to help you pay your bills, and that you have means to take care of yourself. And when you do have that, you are one of those people that we call those who are making things happen. Because when you let things happen to you, because last week we said there are three types of people: those who are just watching, those who are wondering, and those who are making things happen. When you make things happen is when you look at yourself and say, Gabrielle, what am I good at? And how can I convert that into a stream of income? And in addition to that gift, how can I convert all the other gifts and opportunities that I have into streams of income? Having multiple streams of income will change your life, your family, and your community. So we will be discussing that tonight. We'll go into details about how you can, a great detail about how you can start with your multiple streams of incomes today.
Yeah.
So yes. So without further,
are you streaming from the Let's Talk About Money? Because I can't see the video.
Yes, we are actually
yes, she is.
streaming from that.
Oh, you
Yes.
now? It's there?
Yes. So with that being said, Miss Pepperty, why don't you go first and introduce yourself with the audience and let them know once more who are you and what you're all about and why we've stayed connected for all this time.
Yes, like Gabriel said, my name is Pepperty Robert. I'm a naturopath. And sometimes people ask me, what's a naturopath? Naturopath is an alternative medicine. That means I help people that are struggling with their health to heal themselves, to better their health naturally, with natural remedy, including herbs that can be relaxation, meditation, other things that no side effects at all. That's what I do. And as Gabriel always say, and I talking about money is part of being healthy, because health is a multi-dimensional thing, right? It's not an absence of physical illness, but health is to be able to feel fulfilled, to feel happy with yourself, your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your family, and to be one with nature. That's what being healthy is.
Yeah, definitely. And we want everyone to stay healthy, to have confidence. In order for you to have that, again, multiple streams of income is where it's at. Dawn, Queen Dawn, well, why don't you introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about you, what you do, and why you've always been.
Namaste, everyone. So I'm Queen Dawn Spirit, but they call me Dawn Spirit. I'm a certified Reiki teacher, Reiki master teacher. I'm a certified past life regression therapist, a future life progression therapist, and an officiant. I teach people how to manifest their highest level in life. Like, there's no ceiling to spirituality, so I do it spiritually. I teach people how to heal themselves, how to manifest their true goals and intentions, and just be the best person they possibly can be, because we're so much more than what this avatar shows.
I would say definitely we are much more than that. And that's why in having a conversation with Pepperty today, we said that, the conversation about confidence was so great, but many times we lack that because we're not able to pursue our dreams, or we haven't been able to maximize our own potentials.
Mhm.
So with that being said, so ladies, questions we like to ask on the show to help our audience. What exactly would multiple streams of income do for someone who has decided to pursue that, or someone who's thinking about it? What would that do? We talked about like really help with your confidence, but what else would that do for you? Perfect, you can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Something that people have to understand too, when we say multiple stream of income, doesn't have to be that you go outside and working. Keep it clear, because some people have multiple stream of work. So that's for sure. I had met a lady that had 3 jobs, sometimes 4, different kind of job, no time to say. I'm not even kidding. I am not kidding. So 2 full-time job, and then 1 in the side. So multiple stream of income in terms of health. I found that it gives you a peace of mind, no stress. Something have to come from one of the stream that you have. All the stream cannot be dry, not bring anything at all. One have to bring something, right?
Something.
And so that's mean it can be peace of mind. That means you can take off a stress, as we know that stress is a destroyer, right? Stress is so strong of killing you, draining you, your nerves, your body, your mental, your physical well-being, your family relationship. So when you have multiple stream of income, it's going to lower the stress because you have hope. There is one that's going to have to bring something.
Yeah, it's so important to have, and we were saying like for both men and women, like for many husbands who are, those who are breadwinners in the family, right? When they have the security of knowing that they have streams of income and that they can take care of themselves and the family, they're less stressed, the chaos and the fights that usually families would have, that can be avoided. So would you agree, Dawn, that option and having the freedom, financial freedom, really comes with having multiple streams of income?
Most definitely. When I talk to my clients, I always encourage them to have multiple streams of income. I always encourage them to tap in what really makes them happy. So when you tap into what really makes you happy, you figure out how you can make a lucrative stream of income that's going to, when you're doing something that you really like, it won't seem like work.
Mhm.
And then the money will come. So multiple streams of income are doors of opportunities. Instead of limiting yourself to this 9 to 5, where the company you're working for is getting rich, they're stressing you, they have their mind control, they have you on a clock, they have you, your lunch break, what time you clock in, your benefits, all that. You can do all that for yourself, but you having self-doubt and not having the confidence makes you limited, and you can't achieve what you truly came here on this earth to be. My son, he works for, I can't say the company, but my son has 4 degrees. 4 degrees from the military. He's self-taught. He makes 6 digits a year, built a $500,000 house. But one thing, he's in the IT community. And he said what they're trying to do is they're fixing us to do things that we always wanted to do in life. That's why everything is automated.
Mhm.
That's why it's self-checkout lines. So they're trying to get us so that we can learn how to control our own lives. But a lot of us are not used to being flexible, and we're stuck in that mindset of, I have to do this 9 to 5, or I'm not going to be able to take care of my family. You can take care of your family. I did it. I took care of 3 children, no child support. And thank you, God, all 3 of my children are very successful adults with their own families. So it all starts from within. God is within all of us, no matter you believe in God or not. It starts from within. So whatever you focus on is what you're going to attract. So multiple streams of income is a definite. Every family should have a business. Period.
All right. And Perpetuity just mentioned that for a lot of people, again, we want to emphasize the multiple streams of income. They have 2-3 jobs. You know, I've seen the stress that comes, the added stress, the added medical challenges that someone would have. Because I do myself know of someone who goes to work from 7 to 3, 3 to 7, and then 7 to another, like 3 shifts. And that person is, you know, in their mind, probably they're thinking they have multiple streams of income. But what you're doing is killing yourself.
Yep.
So the having, going back to what you said, Dawn, yes, you have a 9 to 5 that's keeping, you know, the security for now. But, you know, really think about, what do you love? What is it that you do that you do well? Because, you know, we talked about, like, when you have your budget, right? You look at the budget and you say, okay, I'm not able to meet my needs for the month. What can I do? Some people will look at the budget and say, hey, I need to cut here, I need to cut there. But others will say, oh, how can I increase my income? How can I add more to my income? And the way you can do that is by looking at what you're good at, right? So we talked about living a legacy, short-term and long-term benefits. So can we also elaborate what, in addition to being able to do great things when you have multiple streams of income, why is it important, like you said, every family should have a business? Why is it important to start a legacy?
You're building financial wealth.
Mm.
You're building financial wealth. You know what I teach my clients when they say, man, I be having problems paying my bills month to month. I said, why? I say, list everything, every bill. I've done it for years. List every bill that you want to pay. Check it out and add an extra $100 or $50 to that bill. Within 30 days, 90% that's on that bills list is going to be paid off because you wrote it down. You know, do journaling. Do 33 times 3. I spoke of it before. 33 times 3. Write things 33 times for 3 days, every morning when you first wake up or right before you go to bed. Read it and then let it go for 3 days. And depending on how much energy, because like energy attracts like energy. So depends on how much energy you give it when you're writing it, it's going to manifest. It can manifest in the first day. It can manifest within 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, depending on how much energy, inner energy you give to it.
Yeah. So we know that's true, how much energy. We know that there are folks who are working 9 to 5 and they're really committed to the job and they're committed to doing well at the job. And we want to encourage them to do that. But we talked about it offline, Prabhati. We said that, you know, there's after the 9 to 5, you have the 6 to 11, that timeline. Plus you have the weekend. What would you, because again, when you have that multiple streams of income, it gives you freedom, it gives you a sense of security, and also it helps you with your health because you are being creative at something that you really love. Perhaps sometimes the job does not give you that opportunity to be creative. So for someone who has the time, and instead of sitting in front of the TV or spending the time at the club on the weekend, what would you advise them in terms of how much better will be beneficial for them health-wise to pursue a dream versus wasting time sitting there trying to flip through all the channels?
So, first of all, the excitement that you are building something for yourself, right? The joy it brings, the confidence that it brings to you, and to feel sometimes, I mean, because you're being creative, you become like the creator. So you're using the gifts, you're using your talent, it's bringing so much joy on you. So it might be tiring for sure. You never see that people that are working for themselves, they seem to never be tired because of the so much joy and energy that is bringing to them. So that's exactly what it's gonna do. Because when you are sitting down and watching the TV and wasting time, not only the brain is not working because the frontal lobe it stopped working. It's just you, the back of the, I can't remember exactly which part of the brain for now, but it's just absorbing things. There is no work. There is no exercise. There is no brain exercise that is doing when you are just watching those TV. And it's like, as long as what you're working on, you, like myself, I'm a naturopath. And because I know I study food processing also, so I do some hot sauce that is natural. So that was part of my community. It's not only because it brings me money, because I see how much people are putting crap in their body. They like to eat spicy. When I look at the ingredient of the spicy food, so besides the hot is only vinegar and salt and color and food coloring, food preservative. I say, my gosh, their health, what's gonna happen to their health? So I look into my culture, what kind of spices, I bring the spices together and make it in the old ways of canning, no chemical, no additive. When I'm doing it, I'm singing. Basically, I'm singing and I'm putting some nice music. First, to have a good energy. That's the people that's gonna eat them might be healthy and feeling good. And second is bringing joy because I'm working with my hands. People don't pay attention with the fact they are working. When you work with those hands, there is a connection with the brain, and that's releasing endorphin, that's releasing hormone of joy and happiness.
So in other words, being creative, doing what you love, whether it is like, I don't know, making soap. I've met a lady, that's all she does on the weekends and Saturdays. And after work, she makes soaps and make deodorants and does something very creative to help her. And not only does it help her bring joy into her life, but also financially, she goes to fairs, she goes to like market, like the market, what do you call it, the open market, and really sell her stuff. She goes to different events and sell her creativity because instead of sitting in front of a TV being basically inactive, she decided to be very active. And that's gonna help because going back again, we talked about living the legacy and why is, so we know it's not easy because when someone has that 9 to 5 and they feel like, they want to be committed to the job. What would you say to someone, Queen Dawn, who's like, I want to be committed. I don't want to take time away. If I start something outside, it's going to take time away. Or maybe my boss might find out about other things that I'm doing and start treating me differently and not give me promotion. So how do you compartmentalize your life? We talked about it. Like, do you bring your business to the job?
Okay, so one thing I wanted to tap off of something that Perpetuity just said about the brain. So your brain is your tool, and you need to work both hemispheres of your brain. And doing so is doing things with your non-dominant hand. So every morning, to work both sides of my brain, I brush my teeth with my left hand. Do things with your non-dominant hand to keep your brain working, because you have to focus and concentrate on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the business, if you're working a full-time job and you don't want your boss to know what you're doing that would affect your performance for them, you make a schedule. Make a schedule, budget your schedule, budget your time like it's your bank account. That's where you start at. So when you budget your time as your bank account, you won't allow this junk TV that they put on, this or social media or all these distractions to feed you fear, because everything around us is about fear.
Fear.
Fear. And when you focus on that fear, you're fearful of being homeless. You're fearful of being sick. You're fearful of being alone. You're fearful of not being treated properly. You're fearful of eating the right foods. Everything is fear. But if you believe in yourself and you focus on what you want, as far as the job, do your 9 to 5, do what you need to do, but there's hours before you go to that 9 to 5. There's hours after that 9 to 5. And people say all they want to do when they get home is decompress. Well, when you're decompressing and healing and meditating is doing what you truly love to do.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's so important. And also, we talked about the fact that you can compartmentalize your life. You don't have to share everything that you're doing outside of the job, which might create a problem, with your employer. And also, listen to the truth that today you're young and vivacious and able to do the 9 to 5 and able to slave away for master. But at the end of the day, there will be a time where you are not able to do it, and they may not even want you because ageism is a factor in this country. Once you hit a particular age, I think it's 40, all of a sudden your opportunity for employment is limited. Your opportunity in the workforce your opportunities are limited. So therefore, if you have worked on something since you were in your 20s and start building something privately and started honing your skills and use your creativity to make money, then you will have options, because not having option is what has kept people from being their best selves, right? Confidence and also healthier. Because when you have options, you do stay healthier. Now, Dawn is off.
Gabriel, you had said that leaving a legacy. So it has to be clear that the legacy that you want to leave might not be the wealth for right now when you're working on the side. You probably not gonna be wealthy with a lot of money to leave a legacy. But what you have started, your children can continue doing it for you and bring it to another level. And then people usually think about a legacy or wealth, what their parents leave for them, or they are leaving for the children is only money. You're not leaving only money. You are leaving the legacy of work to your children, because they say they see mom and dad, for example, working, but they always have a side business or home business that's gonna carry on in their mind to have a family business that probably you won't have the time or did not have the money to do, and they will continue in the name of their parents because they have seen you. It's now have to stop about legacy or leaving things to our children as only as material things, but not thinking about what they are learning, what they are seeing, it's happening in the house as a legacy too. So you're doing that with that point of view, with that in mind, you're gonna pay attention to how you act, how you eat, how to do things, because you know that you're influencing the future generation.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen so many movies. I love to watch those Lifetime movies and different movies where you've seen that, folks have resolved and solved problems that they had, financial problems, with a gift that was given to them, a gift. Like I remember seeing that movie with the $1 million cake or something like that, or the mortgage cake. This woman was about to lose her home, but because she was great at making cakes, she was able to make multiple cakes and sell them to be able to pay off the debt that she had. And so many different examples we can take. So your gifts, if you take the time to work on your gifts and not sit on them, not be sitting in front of a TV flipping or doing something idle all the time, but really activate your gifts, then you'll be able to get to the next level. Now, many times folks are not getting to the next level or not even activating their gifts because of a lack of support. How do you go about getting support from friends and families when you have a gift and you have something that you want to sell, and you know that the very first, your very warm market, the market that should be warm to help you, that market is not supporting you? How do you go about that? One of the reasons why it has kept people from pursuing dreams. How do you go about doing that, Dawn?
Well, first of all, you got to be your number one cheerleader, your own number one cheerleader. If you make a post, love it first. Anything you put out there, love it first. Because if you don't believe in it and have the confidence, how do you expect to excel? I've already decided in our business that I have started that my grandchildren and children that and family members and close friends that want to be a part of my dream and legacy. When I transition, they will be that I will pass on that wealth to them, the ones that want to be a part of it. If they don't, that's fine. All my classes, I have multiple streams of income on my website. It's I'm a Reiki master teacher, so I give free lessons to my grandchildren and children to become Reiki practitioners. So I have teenage Reiki practitioners, my granddaughters, so they can teach other children how to heal themselves. I'm going to start a nonprofit for people that can't afford my services so that they can still get healed. I also am a past life regression therapist. I'm going to teach them to become therapists. I'm teaching them to become therapists. I'm teaching about spirituality. I sell crystals. I sell natural oils that I make. So if you go on my website, which is queendawnspirit.com, you will see the products, and all my products and crystals and things are not on my website yet. I'm still adding stuff because I have so much. So those are my multiple streams of income, the certified healing, the crystals, the products. So I make these multiple streams of income. One may be only into becoming a Reiki master or Reiki practitioner. One might be into mining crystals. You know, one want to make soaps for the business. I'm giving them, I'm setting that platform for them. I'm setting for the Kennedy Davis children, grandchildren, and children so that they can tap into that energy. So they'll always have something to fall back on. My mother always told me, a poor mouse is one that has only one hole to run into.
Say that again.
I can't hear you.
A poor mouse is one that only has one hole to run into.
Wow. So you need to have multiple runs. Is that it? Yes.
Multiple doors,
Definitely.
multiple opportunities.
Correct.
Don't limit yourself to just this one thing. And taking these jobs, I hate this job. Well, why are you doing it?
And if you're doing it, you should do it for a time, and knowing that it's something that you are doing to take care of current needs, and
That's
not
fine,
something
but-
that's gonna be long
Right, but
term.
let me cut you off right there real quick, Gabrielle. Yes, that's fine, but that's what we were taught to think. If we learn how to have confidence in ourselves, it goes back to the last video we had, the last live we had. If we
Correct.
start focusing on and knowing that we are worthy, we are enough, we are phenomenal, we are amazing human beings, and stop thinking that we're too short, too tall, too skinny, too fat, too dark, too light, my hair's too kinky, my hair's too straight, my eyes are too far apart, my lips are too big, too small, my butt big, my butt's too small. If we stop focusing on these physical exteriors and start focusing on our inner selves, it's nothing you can't accomplish when this mind is right.
Right. It's true. It's true. I agree. I agree that everything you need is already in your hands.
Right.
And there is this passage in the Bible that talks about this woman who was left. I talk about it all the time. She was left with so much debt. Her husband had died and left her with debts that she couldn't pay. But everything that she needed to resolve this problem
There.
was in her hands. She had it, but she just needed guidance. So we will encourage someone who has dreams, who has creativity, go to a seminar, read, do some research before maybe you venture out if you're a little apprehensive. Ask questions of those who have done it before. It's okay. You're watching the show, and I've been in business for a long time, and other ladies here, text, email, send a message, say, hey, I'm thinking about doing something. Maybe you could give me an idea. Learn from someone who's already done it. Because if you can learn from other people, then you can do, and then other people will be able to learn from you. And as we know, business needs money, right? So perhaps before you venture out, you might need to save a little bit of money. I have this friend that I was talking to when we were discussing earlier, and I said, multiple streams of income. She said, of incomes, and she said, Gabrielle, years ago, I had graduated from BU and I wanted to own a home. What I did, I went and became a cosmetologist. She paid money to learn how to be a cosmetologist. On the weekends and after work, she would do hair. And that money that she saved, was able to help her buy her first home. And now she's saying that first home, she just sold it for over $400,000 after 20 years. So this is the legacy that we want to talk about, because if she had stayed, maybe she said, you know what, I graduated, I had a degree, but guess what? My job that I got after college was not sufficient to help me with the dreams, all the dreams that I had. So it's very important. If you have dreams and you want to be confident and you want to have, great things in life, you have to find ways to create multiple streams of income for yourself. So ladies,
Can I
before
make a
we
suggestion? I'm sorry, Gabrielle. Can I
Go
make
ahead,
a
hon.
suggestion? Because I don't want to forget. I'm 58, so almost 60. So sometimes I can forget things sometimes.
Looking good.
One thing I do suggest is start your own YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because what you're interested in, there's millions of people interested in that same exact thing. And I started my YouTube channel a few years ago. And I started as like a joke, just to have something to put on, some kind of material. Like you do your hot sauce, Queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show people how to make their own hot sauce.
Oh, wow.
After you trademark it. You, Queen, Gabrielle, start your own YouTube channel, teaching people how to organize their lives and their finances, because knowledge is golden and everyone wants to know. And you just look for keywords to put into the YouTube channel title. And then you put the hashtags under it for people that's going to gravitate to those hashtags, because people are always Googling everything. When I wish I had Google when I was raising my babies are in their 40s and 30s. So I wish I had Google, because I would be a freaking beast right now. There's nothing you can't accomplish. So everyone should start a YouTube channel of what they truly love. There's always someone that wants to do the same thing. And if you need direction in how to start the YouTube channel, how to get it on point, I have spiritual sessions. You can contact me on queendawnspirit.com or my YouTube channel, Queen Dawn Spirit Reiki Master Teacher. And I will tell you the proper steps to get it on point, so you could be the phenomenal person you came here on this earth to be.
Yeah. And I think, that's definitely great advice. But, if you are local, do a class for your maybe teachers, do a class for a church, do a class anywhere. Just come out.
Yes.
Really maximize your potential, because again, that will help your bottom line, but also will help you with your confidence, and also will help you. Earlier today when I started the show, I said not only will it help you, help your family, of course, when it helps you, your confidence, your bottom line, but your family, like you said, Purity, with like your children seeing what you're doing and really saying, Mom and Dad are not lazy people. They always have a plan B. They always have a second income. So that's one thing, but also your community, because there are people out here who are looking for what you have to offer, and they would love to get to tap into what you have to offer, what you have to offer it. The offering has to come from you. You have the gift. Go out there and go get it. So we thank you so much for your time. We are encouraging you to, yes, the ladies first, your time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, but also for you who are watching, we are encouraging you to come out, join this movement here that we have here. We are showing great information. I already have the YouTube channel that Dawn just mentioned, because we do so much Facebook. This program here is on YouTube. Share, like, make a comment, because when you do that, you're helping me, but also you are helping your community, because there are people who are looking for information like that. But because you're keeping us the best kept secret, because we say the best kept secret, right? Because it's not being shared. Because when you watch this, if you see it on your timeline, please like, share, and share with your friends, because it will make a difference in your life, in your children's life, and also it will make a difference in your community. So thank you so much for your time. Have a great night, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.